Hi students, today we are going to learn about control and coordination. So control and coordination is the continuation of the previous chapter, life process, where we learned about different systems, organs and organ systems. So all these organ systems are controlled and coordinated with the help of nervous system and hormones in our body. Nervous system and hormones. So these nervous system and hormones together control and coordinate all the organs and organ systems and their functions in our body. So what is nervous system? Okay, this nervous system consists of that is network of nerve cells. Nerve cells or neurons. Okay, nervous system consists of nerve cells or neurons. So what is their function? Neurons is the largest cell in the body, and they transmit impulse throughout the body. Okay, so they are the largest cell in our body. Nervous system have nerve cells. These nerve cells are the largest cell in our body, and they transmit nerve impulses. There is impulses such as electrical impulses. Nervous nerve cells transmit electrical impulses throughout our body. So suppose a stimuli means environmental change. So external change. So this is a stimuli. So suppose it is coming like this to our eyes, we close our eyes. So this is the stimuli. So this is the environmental change here. So due to this stimuli, what happened? The sense organs have receptors. What are receptors? Receptors are specialized group of cells which detect the stimuli or the changes in the environment. They are the group of cells, stimuli, group of cells. Receptors are group of cells which detect stimuli in, that is stimuli means external changes, and transmit that stimuli as an input into the nerve cells. That is nerve cells in the sensory organs. How many sense organs we have? 5 sense organs have. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. These 5 sense organs have receptors. Receptors are group of cells, tissues. Okay, these receptors carry or receive the stimulus. Which is a stimulus? Suppose hot. Hot is a stimulus. This pen also a stimulus. So this stimulus is received by these receptors in the sense organs, and these receptors carry this stimulus, transmit this stimulus to the sensory nerves. So what is sensory nerves? Sensory nerves are group of nerves which is located in the sense organs. Okay, these sensory nerves transmit these symbols to the central nervous system. So what is central nervous system? Next. So nervous system means it consists of central nervous system, peripheral nervous system and autonomic nervous system. So first, central nervous system. Central nervous system or CNS. Central nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord. So these sensory nerves or all other nerves in our body, all the nerves meet here in this central nervous system. So all the stimulus are carried by these sensory nerves and transmitted by one nerve to another nerve, one nerve to another nerve to the brain and spinal cord. This is how these stimulus are transmitted throughout our body to the central nervous system. Next we have to learn about nerves, structure of nerves. Structure of neuron. Okay, it's very easy to draw this structure of neuron. It's a cell. Nerve cell is a one type of cell in our body. Draw like this, and join this side like this. It's very easy to draw. the structure of a nerve cell, and keep branches. This part, this branch like part is called a dendrite. This is what? Dendrite. So what's the function of dendrite? Okay, when we talk about the function of dendrite, dendrite is the area which receives the stimulus from the receptors. From where it is getting stimulus? From the receptors in the sensory organ. Sensory organs such as eyes, nose, ears, tongue and skin. So from these sensory organs, receptors detect the stimuli, and that stimuli, okay, stimuli is received by the dendrite. And from that dendrite, that stimuli is transferred to the cell body. This is cell body, or another name is cyton. This is nucleus of the cell body. Nucleus. This are the cytoplasm of the cell body. Its dot-like structure is the cytoplasm of the cell body. Cytoplasm contains mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, lysosomes. How a cell, structure of a cell, like that only this cell body also. Another name for cell body is cyton or cell body. And that stimulus which is received by the dendrite, that stimulus is in as a chemical substance. Okay, that impulses, that is stimulus is the impulse here. Impulse means message. That message is in the form of chemical. So chemical messages, chemical impulse only carried by the dendrite. And dendrite convert that chemical impulse into electrical impulse, and electrical impulse is transferred to the cyton. Next part of that neuron is cyton. So dendrite transmit all the electrical impulse to the cyton. Neuron can transmit only the electrical impulse. So from the outside of the dendrite, from the receptors, chemical impulses are received by the dendrite of the neuron, and dendrite convert that electrical chemical impulse into electrical impulse, and electrical impulse transmitted to the cyton. From that cyton, these electrical impulses travel along this axon. This is the elongated tube-like area which is called axon, and these electrical impulses are traveled along with this axon area. These axons are covered with a myelin sheath. This box-like structure, no, this is the myelin sheath, and myelin sheath have Schwann cells. So myelin sheath protects this axon from the leakage of impulse. It is protective covering for this axon to prevent it from leakage of this impulse. So this elongated axon transmit that electrical impulse to the nerve endings. This is the nerve ending. This bulb-like structure, this is called the axonal ending or nerve ending. So when that electrical impulse transmit from cyton to the axon, from axon to the nerve ending, so this electrical impulse, when it reaches this nerve ending area, it converts into chemical impulse. So this electrical impulse converted into chemical impulse in this area, which is the area nerve ending or axonal ending. Axonal ending. And what happened to that electrical impulse? It is converting here as a chemical impulse. From here, this chemical impulse, again it will received by the dendrite of the another neuron. Here have another neurons, dendrite. So these dendrites receive this chemical impulse. Then again this dendrite convert that chemical impulse into electrical impulse. Then that is transmitted to the cell body to the axon, axon to the nerve ending. Again that electrical impulse converted to the chemical impulse, and again that chemical impulse is received by the dendrite of next neuron. Like this it will go. This impulse is transmitting like this only. From dendrite to axon, axon to the, from dendrite to cell body to axon, axon to nerve ending. Then the electrical impulse converted to chemical impulse to the electrical impulse by the dendrite of next neuron. So on it will go. So there is a gap between, it's a fine gap. We can see a fine gap between dendrite of the next neuron and the dendrite of this neuron. This gap is called where that chemical impulses are forming now from that electrical impulse from the previous neuron. This gap is called synapse. This gap is called synapse. So what is synapse? Synapse is the junction between dendrite of another neuron and the nerve ending of a this neuron. So synapse means it's a junction between the two neurons. In simple way we can tell synapse is a junction between two neurons where that electrical impulses are converted into chemical impulse. Okay. Next we have to learn about what is the function of a neuron in our body. The main function we know, it is transmitting impulse. Okay, so there are different types of neurons there. One is sensory neuron, another one is motor neuron. One is sensory neuron. First one is sensory neuron and motor neuron. Sensory neuron means neurons arise from the sense organs. Neurons from the sense organs. So nerve cell from the sense organs are called sensory neuron, and nerve cell from the central nervous system, that is brain and spinal cord. Nerve cell from CNS. CNS means central nervous system, that is brain or spinal cord. Nerves from the brain or spinal cord to the effectors. Effectors, or another name for effectors is muscles. So what are the two types of neuron? One is sensory neuron, another one is motor neuron. Sensory neuron means neuron arise from the sense organ are called sensory neurons. They transmit nerve impulse from sense organ to the CNS. Sensory neuron transmit nerve impulse from sense organ to the CNS. And what is motor neuron? Motor neurons are arise from the central nervous system, means brain and spinal cord. It transmit impulse from central nervous system to the effectors. Effectors means muscles in the sense organ area. Okay, this is about the neuron. In this, neuron's function is, main function of the neuron is transmitting nerve impulse. Next, neuromuscular junction. Neuromuscular junction. What is neuromuscular junction? It's a junction between nerve ending. This is the nerve ending. So nerve ending carries the nerve impulses. So motor neuron from the central nervous system carries nerve impulses. So from the brain or spinal cord, nerves carries impulse through the motor neurons. So these motor neurons, end of that motor neuron have the nerve ending. This nerve ending transmit this nerve impulse to the effectors. Effectors means what? Effectors means muscles. So this transmit nerve ending transmit impulse to the muscles. This connection between muscles and the nerve ending is called neuromuscular junction. This is a muscle cell. So there is a connection between muscle cell and the nerve ending. This connection is called neuromuscular junction. So which neuron transmit the nerve impulse to these muscles? Motor neuron. This is the nerve ending of a motor neuron. Motor neuron, nerve ending. And this is muscle cell or effector, another name. So this connection between nerve ending and the muscle cell is called a neuromuscular junction. Next we have to learn about reflex action. What is reflex action? So reflex action . Reflex means sudden action. Reflex means sudden action. So suppose when we touch a hot pot, what do you feel? You suddenly take back your hands. That is, you will move your hands back. That is the process, reflex action. That action, sudden action is called reflex action. How it is happening in our body. So receptors in the sense organ. Where is this receptors? Receptors are present in the sense organ. We can take it as skin. Sense organ, skin. So receptors in the skin detect the stimuli. What is the stimuli here? The stimuli is heat. Heat or pain. The stimuli is heat or pain. It is detected by the receptors, and this stimulus is transmitted to the sensory neuron. And this sensory neuron carries the stimuli. What is the stimuli? Heat. Heat to from first neuron to the second neuron to the third neuron. How it is transmitting? It is received by the dendrite of the first neuron. First neuron receive the impulse through its dendrite, and it transmitted to the cell body, and from the cell body it is transmitted to the axon, and from the axon it is transmitted to the nerve ending. Like this, each neurons, from first neuron to the second neuron to the third neuron, like this impulse, heat, this impulse is transmitted to the CNS. Here, which is the CNS here? Spinal cord. So the spinal cord receives the impulse, that is a stimuli, heat, from the sensory neuron. How it is transmitting? It is transmitting as an electrical impulse, and it reached to the spinal cord. Why spinal cord received that impulse? So all the electrical impulses are passing through brain via spinal cord only. So all the nerves from different parts of the body meet in the spinal cord. Then only they move to the brain. So actually we can tell brain and spinal cord are as our parents. In absence of father, who will take care of us? Mother. Suppose a child got injury while playing in a ground. So in absence of father, mother take care of that child. She will give first aid for that child. After giving first aid, then only she will inform about that accident to the father. So here spinal cord is like mother and brain is like a father. So spinal cord check the impulse. What type of impulse? What type of stimulus? It's a very emergency stimulus mean. Spinal cord itself decide that decision what we have to do. What is the response we have to do? That response is given by the spinal cord. Because there is no time to wait for the brain's decision. So it take a time, because brain is a thinking area. So it take time to get the response. That's why for reflex action means for sudden action, who is taking decision? Spinal cord. So where is the reflex action taking place? It is taking place in spinal cord. So spinal cord control this reflex action, and it will give the decision for this. What is the decision? What is the response? That was carried by the motor neuron. Motor neuron carry the response which was given by the spinal cord. What will be the response? Move back your hand, move back your hand, move back your hand. That is the impulse given by the spinal cord. So each and every neuron, every motor neuron carry that impulse. Move back the hand, move back the hand, move back the hand, move back the hand. And it reach to the, where it will reach? Muscles in the sense organ. Which is the sense organ here? Skin. So skin area, which is the muscles here? This is the area where I am going to touch a pot. So here I have muscles. So these muscles receive the motor neurons impulse. What is the impulse? Move back the hand. So that impulse is received by effectors. Effectors receives the impulse. That is, effectors mean muscles. Then what that muscles will do? They will take back that hand. So this is the sudden reflex action. Okay. Receptors. What are the pathway of the reflex action? Receptors, sensory neuron, spinal cord, motor neuron, effectors. This is the pathway of reflex action, and this pathway is called reflex arc. This pathway is called reflex arc. What is the pathway of a reflex arc? Receptors, sensory neuron, spinal cord, motor neuron, effectors. This is the response given to the muscles here. What is the response? Move back the hand. Okay, that's how we are protecting ourselves from a dangerous stimuli. So reflex action have two advantages. Okay, one, we can protect ourselves from the external dangerous stimuli. We can protect ourselves. And one more thing, we can minimize brain stress. That is stress we are giving for the brain now. There are a lot of functions in our body, a lot of actions are going on there. So all these actions are controlled by brain, means it is so much of pressure we are giving to the brain. So to reduce this pressure, to reduce this strain, spinal cord is helping here in this reflex action. So two advantages there. One is to protect us from external dangerous stimuli, another one to minimize stress on brain. These are the two advantages. But spinal cord give report to the brain. It will not handled only by the spinal cord, but later it is handled by spinal cord only. But later what the spinal cord give? It give report to the brain. How after coming back your if your daddy come back at night, no, that your mommy will give all the reports. What happened today? What happened here with your child today? No, all the reports are given by your mommy at that night time when your daddy come back. No, like that only spinal cord. After finishing all this function, spinal cord give report to the brain. So informations are updated to the brain after this reflex action. Do you understand? I think you can able to understand this. So this is about reflex action.